Hi, this is Reggie from Restore Plus Physical Therapy. Today I want to discuss something that a lot of people don't know about when they have a fracture, or even doctors are not as familiar with it, or it slips their attention a lot of times. You see, a week ago, I have this patient who came in for a fracture. Now, he's a young patient, relatively healthy, no medical history, and the way when he was telling me the how he got his fracture, I was asking him. I said, is there anything else that happened? He said, no, not really. I mean, he didn't really. There was not a lot of trauma involved. So I was thinking to myself, why would, if they're this young person, healthy, we expect his bones to be strong, how come he developed a fracture just like that? And I have encountered this situation before. So I asked him, did you get your vitamin D level tested, or did your doctor test it? He said no. So what I suggested was, I said, ask your doctor if they can test your vitamin D level. The reason why I suggested that is because studies have shown that people here in America, a lot of us actually have low vitamin D levels. When I say a lot of us, that includes me. And let me share with you what happened to me. I grew up in the Philippines. Over there, we get a lot of sunlight all the time. I used to play basketball under the sun, so we get a good amount of sunlight. And that helps. In my opinion, that helps the vitamin D levels. That helps build stronger bones. Now, when I got to America, at the beginning, when I was doing my physicals, everything was okay. Then a few years later, my vitamin D levels started getting lower. And it's not like it's pathologic that it keeps going down. It just went lower than the normal. And I asked my doctor about that, and he said, "Oh yeah, no, a lot of people in America, that happens. People who come here, they start getting the same symptoms. It's because here we have 4 seasons. We're not exposed to the sun a lot of times, and not only that, being industrialized. Like for me, for example, I'm in the clinic most of the time, from morning to evening. By the time I get out, sun is set already, except maybe during the summertime. So that is one of the reasons why the vitamin D levels are low. Now, if that is the case, that can explain why this young healthy patient actually suffered a fracture, even though there's not a lot of trauma involved. And I have encountered the situation before. Example there is, I have patients who no medical history, no reason why their fracture should not be healing as expected, but the bones are not healing. So that's one thing that I suggest for them to do, because a lot of times the doctors don't test it still in those patients. And the other situation that I see a lot of it on is when I have patients who they have fractures and they have internal fixators, right? They would have the surgery, put the pins, the screws in. We expect the bone to be healing also. But if there's no medical reason, like no medical history of anything that can prevent the bone from healing, and I've had patients who sometimes the bones don't heal properly also, and that can cause a problem long term. So that is something that I suggest for them to do also. I ask them, I tell them, hey, you know what, why don't you ask your doctor? Maybe they can do a vitamin D level test and see if that is the case. And in those number of times that I've had in the past, they do come back with low vitamin D levels. So at least that way we know, and we can do something about that to help, what supplements they can take to help, the bones grow, get stronger and start growing better again. All right. So I just want to share that with everyone, because a lot of people don't know about it. And if you or someone have suffered a fracture with or without surgery, maybe this is something I recommend looking into if you have not done it yet. Just talk to your doctor about it and see if it's appropriate. Most of the time it is. All right. So I want to thank you so much for watching this video. And remember, I need you to like, comment, subscribe, or share this video so that you can help transform other people's lives. And let me know what things you want me to talk about. because I want to keep helping you get healthy and pain-free. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.